Hi, I'm Esther. I'm 27 years old and I'm a cafe manager. I just wanted to give you a very short and sweet introduction because while I was editing, I realized that I never really gave any kind of context as to what this is, who I am, why I decided to start filming. Like I said, my name's Esther. This is Myla, and this is a little glimpse into my life. I figured that I would take you through a typical day in my life as a way to introduce myself. So yeah, that's what this video is. I hope it's entertaining. I hope it makes you smile. I hope it makes you feel not so alone in the world, because I know that's something I struggle with a lot. Thank you so much for deciding to watch my video. If you have any feedback or any suggestions as to what kind of videos you want to see from me, please feel free to leave them in the comments. Yeah, so nice to meet you. Here's the rest of the video. Good morning. I overslept. I meant to wake up at 8. That way I could have like a nice slow morning. I woke up at 9. I have to be at work by 12. We can still have a nice morning. It just won't be as leisurely. She's really going at it. Same with this guy. Oh. Breakfast for me is truly the most important meal of the day, personally. If I don't have breakfast, I can't do anything. We're gonna do a little corn salad, scrambled egg with sourdough. Some pepper, some garlic powder, onion powder. I use chopsticks for almost everything. Oh no. I'm just gonna have the rest. See? The real question here is, do I do sardines or is this enough? I feel like this is more than enough. Bon appetit. I've been watching The Office when I eat. I think it's my #1 comfort show that I come back to time and time again. It's just such a good show. It's funny, it's heartwarming. The love story is unmatched. But yeah.
To facilitate.
You're just a middleman.
I'm kids. Yeah. There's something interesting about me that you might want to know. I used to be the star of a kids show.
No.
Toner, I use the Fresh Rose Hydration Toner. I would love to be one of those people that, you know,
experiment with different types of skincare because it looks so fun, you know, just like trying out new products. But for me, I feel like I'm such a creature of habit that I only use what I've been using for like years and years and years.
I use the Laneige Water Bang, just the regular one. I know they have different versions of it.
For like drier skin or more like oily skin, but I like this one and it's been working for me. And my skin is pretty low maintenance, so I just feel like there's no reason to change what's working, you know?
Although I do have like, my skin is kind of like bumpy here and it's been like worse lately, and I'm wondering if there's some kind of product I could use to fix that. And I use Vaseline. I love Vaseline. Gotta get ready for work. What time is it? I don't know what time it is. I think it's like 10:30 or something like that. Quick little makeup, sunscreen every single day. I've been using the Laneige Hydro UV Defense X. I love it. I love it so much. It's hydrating, which is good because I have dry skin and I live in a climate that's pretty dry. And it's not greasy or anything like that. It's just perfect. I'm guilty of not wearing enough SPF in the winter and fall. I feel like as soon as it gets cold, I forget that the sun exists. This is good because this is an added layer of hydration. And that's what makes me remember to use it. My cat, let me show you. Theo likes to just chill in the shower. Very strange. You're a weirdo. Anywho, my makeup routine is kind of boring. I don't even know why I'm filming it. I'm using the Maybelline Express Brow. My eyebrows are very, very thin. They're very sparse. It's taken me a very long time to figure out the best way to do them, but I think I finally have the formula down. So what I'll do is I'll very lightly draw in the ends, but I'll leave the inside part. I won't draw anything in, and then I will go in with Glossier Boy Brow in brown, and then with this boy brow I'll first brush up the ends using a very, very light touch, and then I'll take the leftover of what's on this brush and I'll brush in a little bit of color to the inside. Because the pigment is going on the hairs of my brow, it doesn't look too drawn on, it just darkens them a bit, and I think that's perfect formula for me. And they look super natural-ish, but it looks like I have eyebrows. And again, I'm just following the natural shape of my brow, and I'm using the Glossier Cloud Paint in Eve for my blush and just putting it in the middle of my cheeks. This does look super dark at first, but it blends out so nicely. And I do have a bit of a more tan complexion, so this color I find works really well for me. And I do a little bit on my nose. Glossier is just the one that I keep going to over and over and over again. They're really doing something right with this. Okay, and then my one fancy beauty product that I have, Dior Backstage Eye Palette. This I love. So lately, I've been going in with the shade Beige Shimmer. It says shimmer, but it doesn't look shimmery to me. This one, this pinkish one, and I'll use that kind of as a base. I like to layer my eyeshadow. It gives it a lot more dimension. Again, I'm pretty bad at makeup. I just know what works for me. So I don't even know if this will be very helpful to anybody. Maybe somebody with the same similar eye shape or facial features could be useful. And then I go in with the shade Warm Taupe. If I did that pink shade a little wider, I'll do this a bit tighter. So that way you're kind of layering, almost contouring your eyes. And then I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade on this little brush, and then I'll pack that in kind of tighter to my eyelashes and just on the edge of my eye. Concentrated on the edges and a little lighter in the middle and inside. Tell my eyes look a bit, there's a bit more depth to them. Then I'm gonna go in with this shimmery white shade. So I'll just do a very light little swipe here, here, and then two little dots on the inner corners. Ta-da! Just adds a little bit of highlight. And then I got this eyeliner on my recent trip to Korea. It's the Heroine Make. I'll just do a little like wing on the edges of my eyes. I don't point it down too much and I don't point it up too much. I aim for straight out. I try to follow the shape of my eyeball. It's hard to get them perfectly even because I have very unevenly shaped eyes, but we try our best and then we call it a day. I just curled my lashes, and then for mascara I use the L'Oreal Paris Luminous in brown. And with my mascara, I like to wipe off the excess on like a little tissue so that it doesn't get too clumpy. And I find that I am a very, very, very loyal waterproof mascara gal. Waterproof mascara just really makes sure that they stay in place all day. I've used non-waterproof mascaras before. Every single one of them, my eyelashes tend to deflate and smudge. But waterproof mascara has never ever done me dirty before, so waterproof all the way. Oh, for my eyelash curler, I use the Shiseido. And that's pretty much it. Oh, actually no. One thing I've been doing lately that I learned about on Instagram, people have started lining their lips by doing like a little bit here and here. And I don't own lip liner, but I do have the Cloud Paint Glossier, which is a stain. So I feel like it does the same trick. So I'll put a little bit on my finger, like that much. And I'll just kind of line my lips with it. It looks kind of funky right now without any lip product on, but I like it. My lips look a little more plump. Now we'll just be putting on the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil in Serenity. I don't really care about this lip oil. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it's just very meh for me. I'll just put it all over my lip. That's the finished makeup look. This is what we're working with today. I think today, nothing too crazy. I think I'm just gonna fix the waves a bit and fix whatever's happening here. Yeah. I'm gonna go in with the Day Heat Protectant Spray. This product, not a huge fan of. It makes my hair feel kind of gross. Like I have to wash my hair after I use this. So I gotta use it up. For me, it leaves this weird residue in my hair. I do love the smell. It's probably around 11 at this point, and I have to leave at 11:30. Not in a huge rush, but also not a slow, leisurely morning. I think one of my least favorite things to do is rush in the morning. I get to have some coffee. I can enjoy taking Mila outside and breathing in the fresh air. That's why I try to wake up a lot earlier than I need to. I think that's good enough for me. That is the finished makeup and hair look for today. Welcome to my closet. Our work, we have a dress code and we have to wear black on top, so it's very limiting on what I can and can't wear. This outfit's gonna be pretty boring, but bear with me. This shirt is from Anthropology, and then these pants are from a brand called Enzo Blues. That's the look for today, just a regular t-shirt and khakis, I guess. For accessories, I'm gonna do my everyday necklace. I think we're gonna keep it pretty simple today. These are all the rings that I have. I'm gonna do simple gold today. This is from Maduri. I think this is from Pandora. And then this is from a market. But yeah. This is the finished look. I've been using the Tambourins Camo. While I was in Korea, I was on the hunt for a nice fall winter scent. I wanted like a darker, muskier, sweeter, cozy smell, and Camo really just ticked all the boxes for me. Bag for today, a little bunny charm on it, and a little mirror. These are the shoes. These are my Alohas. I wear these almost every single day. Work time. Holy, it's bright. What should I talk about? Well, maybe I'll explain where I work. Sorry about the dice thing. I am a manager at a cafe. Wait, no. I told you guys this already, right? I'm still kind of trying to figure out what it is that I want to do for the rest of my life. I'm not too sure what that is yet. Maybe it's this. Honestly, in a dream world, it would be this. Making content and making videos. I was thinking about this last night. What kind of content do I want to put out there? Because there's so much out there, you know, like how do you stand out? And honestly, I want to make videos that make people feel happy and make them feel reassured that they're on the right track. Because I think something I've struggled with for a really long time is, am I on the right track? Am I doing what's best for me? Am I really living up to my full potential? And I don't know, but I want to be okay with that. I want to be okay with the uncertainty. I just want people to feel okay with who they are. And I'm still like kind of struggling with it, but I've gotten better at it, you know? Oh, these sunglasses? They're from Blue Elephant in Korea. A really good alternative if you like Gentle Monster, because I am not paying $300 for a pair of sunglasses. I lose my sunglasses, I break my sunglasses. It just doesn't make sense to me to spend so much money on something that I don't really treat that well anyways. Yeah, I would highly recommend Blue Elephant. I'm gonna try to take videos of me working, but I don't know how feasible that will be because there's just a lot going on all the time there. Also, I'm really shy about filming in front of people. This is fun though. I've always toyed with the idea of filming and making videos because I've always really liked editing videos. I don't really like to have to look at myself on screen. I'm more of a behind the camera kind of person, but I've always thought about doing this. I just A, was too scared to start, and B, I was never encouraged to pursue anything creative. When I told my parents that I wanted to go to art school, they told me, we're not gonna support you financially if you go to art school. So what other choice did I have than to choose a regular university degree? I feel like I've always been a creative person. I've always loved to make things, but that was never encouraged. And not to blame my parents or anything like that, like they didn't know any better. They thought they were doing what was best for me, and I respect that. And I think it's never too late, you know? Like it's never too late to start, so might as well start now. I have a lot of time. I have my job, of course, it's full-time, 8 hours a day, every day, but outside of that, I have a lot of time to be doing something like this, to pursue something that makes me happy. I feel like I'm just a lazy person, but in order to stimulate my brain and make me fall in love with life again, I kind of have to push past like that discomfort and just do what makes me happy. Hello, I'm back from work. I'm gonna change into comfy clothes and then have girl dinner. This is not these boy dinner, it's cake.
Cause you're,
Cake.
it's pre-dinner.
What are you having for dinner?
I already ate
What's your meal?
that. A scone.
You.
I'll have something.
I'm gonna try to do a transition. Oh, now it's time to wind down. Probably edit this video, watch The Office. My idea of a perfect night. Tonight's menu is pickles, pepperoncinis, white cheddar, and pretzel chips. I had a pretty big lunch and it's 8:30. I really don't have it in me to cook anything, so tonight is a true traditional girl dinner. I love that girl dinners are a thing now. I'm glad we have a name for it now because girl dinner just makes it sound so like official and legit, and I'm glad that someone can legitimize my eating habits. The brand is called Elephant. They're these baked squeezed pretzels, and this is the honey mustard and onion flavor. My new favorite snack. I found this at Home Sense. I'm gonna put my pickled goods into this little star. Et voila. Gonna watch a little bit of The Office and eat my dinner, and then